All right, I'm Nick. Today is day 8. We're going to put another 100 rounds through the Canik MC9L. Yesterday, on the way to 700 rounds, we did have a malfunction, okay? Things to consider, I will replay it. It really wasn't a failure to feed. The slide locked back. Now, you could say that that's completely my fault and I bumped this. However, when I hold the pistol, let me go over here, I'm nowhere near that slide lock on either side to bump that bad boy up, okay? I did mention not having the best grip, as in my thumb rides on this takedown lever, but it doesn't touch this lever. Another thing to consider when you watch this replay of the video, when I racked the gun, the magazine still had rounds in it, okay? The gun was locked back, and you can hear it do this. And you can see it stop the first time I racked the magazine, or racked the gun. The slide lock was also in the down position, and I'll slow that down so I'll look at it again just to make sure I'm not crazy. But when I watched the video the first time, the slide lock was down. The gun was locked back. There were rounds in the magazine, yet when I went to rack it, I tapped and I racked. It stopped just like there was nothing in the magazine, and the gun was supposed to lock back. So that's definitely a slide lock malfunction, because even if I was riding this bad boy up and I locked it back myself somehow, when I tapped and racked it, there is nothing near that slide stop. It should have went back in the battery with no issue. Should have chambered around. We should have been back to shooting. However, that did not happen. So you guys can see that in that video. It's a malfunction regardless. Even if I caused it initially, when I tapped and racked the gun, the slide should have been sent home. We should have been back to shooting. We were not. That's a slide lock issue. I did do some research. It was definitely a common issue before, and Canik has been known to have that issue with a variety of pistols that they manufacture. That's okay. I'm not complaining about it. We're just shooting it. We shoot the gun. We see what happens, and I got nothing bad or positive to say about it, okay? I'm just showing you actual situation, okay? So we're on the road to 800. We have not cleaned and lubed it. We have not done anything like that, which that could also be the problem. I know that. This is an experiment, nothing else. So let's get back to shooting. Let's see if we have any more malfunctions today. All right. No malfunctions yet. I told you guys how stiff. Look how stiff that thing is. Like I can't even get it to work, okay? With my thumb it'll work. Or my right hand, I can't use my left hand to get it to go down. I talked about it. I thought it was loosening up. It's definitely become stiffer. Maybe that's part of the problem. All right, 30 rounds in, no issues. Let's fast forward to reloading. All right, now it could very well have been a magazine issue. It doesn't matter where the issue was caused, it was an issue. It couldn't have been a follower issue because there were still rounds in the magazine. So the follower was somewhere down here. It wasn't at the top, okay? But things happen. See how easy that was that time? I did it on purpose just like this as to see. And I was able to drop that slide with no issues with my thumb, where I couldn't do it at all last time. It's snappy. It is snappy. All right, still no malfunctions, and I don't expect to have a lot of malfunctions, okay? I don't think we'll have any more malfunctions. I think things do happen. There are things that you don't want to see. I think if it happens to one gun and things are a little stiff with one gun, well, you'll have some that out of the box work great, and then you'll have some out of the box that have continuous problems. I'm hoping that we don't have a bunch of problems, but anything is possible. All right, something to consider right there. I haven't been loading 17 rounds into the magazine just to keep everything rolling quick and to end with 10 rounds in the last magazine. I have just been loading 15. So even though we have put 700 plus rounds to the gun, that magazine was extremely difficult to put that 17th round in there. I've talked about this before with the Fuse and some other guns, the Bodyguard 2.0. A lot of the manufacturers are so quick to tell you, yeah, this thing will hold this many rounds, but really that last round a lot of times causes issues. Okay, so 16 was hard to load. All right, here's 17. Now listen, I load a lot of magazines, and that is extremely difficult. So we're just gonna put it down here, and we're gonna try to get to go in there. That's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be really, we need a flat surface and not this bar, but we gotta do what we gotta do. I might not go in there. Now they do give you that loader, but man, it just should not be that difficult, okay? So now with 17 rounds, we went through with no issues. I'm glad that they worked with no issues. However, it's extremely stiff. We're at 800 rounds, okay? They think the magazines would be broken in. I didn't load 17 into them from the beginning, so I can't speak to the stiffness. I only tested that because someone else pointed it out in a comment somewhere on one of the earlier videos that their magazines were extremely stiff. All right, 6 rounds to go till we get to 800. We haven't had any more malfunctions. And just going over the magazine, that's just testing different things, and talked about it with the XD, the Springfield XD Mod 3. If you put 1,000 rounds through one magazine, you can find out if the magazine is reliable or not for sure. It's a good quality test. All right, look, there we go. Look, that's so hard to drop the slide like that. Now, I don't typically do that. I'm just doing that for the videos. I insert the mag, run the gun, and call it a day. Oh, I missed the last bullet, man. That's terrible. All right, so 800 rounds in. We didn't have any malfunctions during this 100 rounds, which is awesome. I do think that it's a pretty darn good shooting gun. I think that I try not to jump to these conclusions or say anything like this in the beginning of the videos or the start of the videos. It is extremely snappy. I'm gonna take the dot back off. A lot of times for me, micro compacts like this or small compact pistols, they shoot better without the dot because this is adding mass to the slide. It is adding weight above the bore. Anytime you do that, it is physics. It's gonna add to the recoil or the muzzle rise. I'm gonna take that back off. So when we come back out here to do 800 to 900 rounds, that will be off of there. Just things to consider for myself is to see if it's not as snappy. But yeah, nothing else to really complain about. It's a fine shooting little pistol. At the end of the day, it's probably not for me, but I've been enjoying shooting it. So thanks for watching.